Hello. So I am on Fedora right here, and it's Fedora 27, and I'm actually running it in a virtual machine because I want to test it out and also learn a little bit. And I think I was actually installing Fedora 26 on the real hardware on my PC, and I had some issues with it. It was freezing all the time. The computer was locked up, and I had to hold down the power button on the computer to just shut it down. I don't know if there's any difference in Fedora 27, but I just want to learn a little bit more about Fedora. So, why Fedora? Well, um, let's see here. Why Fedora? Well, I've been kind of looking at a lot of Linux videos, and some people say that, well, Ubuntu is just crap, you shouldn't use it, it's just bleh. And if you really want to learn Linux, you should run either Arch Linux or Fedora. And some other people say that you should run actually Fedora because it's actually closely linked to Red Hat. And Red Hat is kind of a business version. I call it business version, sort of. It's a paid. You actually pay for Red Hat. And Fedora is kind of based on Red Hat. I think it is that way. But it's a little bit more cutting edge. About a lot more new stuff comes to Fedora. And some of the stuff that shows up in Fedora might end up in the Red Hat. That's just what I heard. So if you learn Fedora, you have a lot of advantages on how it works on the business side of things as well. And I also want to try Fedora because it runs the sort of full version of GNOME. Ubuntu runs kind of a custom version of GNOME. And that's why I want to try another Linux distro. It works a bit different, both when it comes to installing it and commands and stuff. But right now I just installed it and ran some updates, and I haven't done really anything. So let's actually first just go to and remove some stuff here. Favorites. I might need Firefox right now, and I'm actually going to install, see if it works, the tweak tools, GNOME tweak tools. So let's see, it should be, just search for dash to dock. I want dash to dock is one, or extension actually. Dash to dock. Remind me later, and it should be here, the first one. No shell extensions. And I should get a kind of warning here. Here we go. Need to install a browser extension. Allow. Add. Okie dokie. And refresh the page. And now it should tell me that I need to install connector. So you click the documentation here and then go to the Linux distribution you're using. For example, if you use Ubuntu, I am on Fedora. So Fedora Linux, and you need to run this in all the versions. Just copy. Okay, so it's just this one. And you should run it in the terminal. And I guess sudo should be the same, and then you paste it in. So yeah, this looks different. So DNF, I guess that's on the Ubuntu side, that would be like the apt or apt-get command. So instead on Fedora you use DNF. And this actually goes a lot faster on Ubuntu. Well, install site, okay, yes. Okie dokie, so let's close that and go back a step here, or 2 steps, and refresh. And now you get this on and off button, so we'll just click it on and select install. And now that pops up. Good. And let's see here, show applications. Should be utilities and no. Oh, because I haven't installed actually the tweak tools yet. That could be a good thing. So let's see, tweak, no tweaks, perfect. And this seems to be the same thing in both Ubuntu and Fedora, the software thing. Maybe that's because it's GNOME. So let's see if we go just tweak. Then we have tweaks. Perfect. So let's customize a little bit, because in the GNOME you have this new settings here, settings window. Usually in the old days you have all the icons, but now you just have this sidebar. But you can't really do much here. So I do here. So let's see, global dark theme. I will also change the themes and stuff, or cursors. Let's see, desktop. Nothing here. Extension. Dash to dock is here. So let's set that up. It's primary monitor. I want it at the bottom. And no auto hide. I enable this. Then I want this kind of start bar on the left as well, and you do the here in under launchers. Well, applications bottom to the beginning of the deck. So now it's here. And behavior, I don't think here, appearance. Yeah, this one and also that one activate. And also I want to reduce the size to 32 pixels. So that's dash to dock. Let's see. What else? Fonts, yeah, I will install that later. Keyboard, mouse, power, Suspend on laptop. This is not a laptop, this is a virtual machine. Top bar, which is this one. Let's see. Applications. That's it. Okay. Clock, I want date, seconds, and week numbers. So when you click here, you get week numbers over here in the calendar. Windows, I also want to activate the maximize and minimize buttons, so they show up here. You can see. Workspaces, I don't touch that. All right, so, okay. So now, what's next? Well, in the settings, let's see if there's something here. I don't think so. Power. Oh, blank screen. Screensaver. Never. Off. Devices. No, it shouldn't be anything here. All right. So let's install some themes, and I have that on a thumb drive. USB stick, open with files, perfect. And wow, these are large icons, like that. Yeah, I'm actually going to use or install Ubuntu 17.10 on my mother's computer, so I just use the same kind of icons here. So I don't have any icons, no. So, but I want to use this. So extract. Oh. And what I'm going to do now is that I'm actually going back to the home directory, and I'm going to, let's see, show hidden files, because I'm actually going to, let's actually resize this window a little bit. Create a folder called .themes, and okay, see if we can do it. New folder, and .icons, I think it should be. And I don't know if it works if I do a .fonts as well, so that I can have custom fonts. Well, okay, so in the documents, now I had it on over here, and icons, yeah, so cursors, just cut this, yes, and it should be on the icons folder, and this will only be for my profile. If you want everyone that use this computer to be able to use these themes, you need to move it to a different folder, but you need to be sort of an admin to do that, and I'm the only one that's going to be using this computer, so paste it in here. That's the cursors. So let's go to, I don't think I have anything here, no. themes folder, and I'm actually only going to use this one, the GNOME Pro 2. So extract. It's over here. Perfect. So I just cut this one, and place it in the themes folder. And then I'm going to do the fonts. Cantorel is the default, so I just open the Open Sans, because that doesn't exist on GNOME. So cut and home and dot fonts. Paste. Let's actually do it like this. Take this once and just copy this. I could have done this right away. Just paste it in here. It would be nice to have some kind of progress bar than just this button, but that's okay. Okay. Almost done. It's done. Okay, so now can actually unmount the USB stick. And now I can actually open the tweaks. I can actually put it down here as a favorite. So let's see, themes. Now it should be here. Yeah, it's actually over here. So let's select this one. And cursor, I don't like the black cursor. So icons, I don't have any. Icons are for like all the software and stuff. And fonts, let's see if that actually shows up. Let's search for it. Open Sans, yeah, you have Open Sans over here as well. I actually use Open Sans on the Ubuntu desktop because I don't like the default font on Ubuntu. But yeah, Cantorel and Sans I think works great. And now you also see there's a lot more shadow. If I do it like this, I can actually hide that. So the shadow is a lot bigger on this theme. So if I just select default, you see it's a lot smaller shadow. Oh, okay. And this area is a little bit more defined. This is kind of a weird thing. I don't know if it's the theme or whatever, but the consistency you see in the files, you have the gray area to the left in the left bar, and it's white over here. But in this settings stuff, it's white on the left bar and gray kind of stuff to the right. Same thing if I go to the regular settings. Same thing here, just white here. But I kind of like this theme because it's more distinct, separate stuff. Looks a little bit better, at least. Yeah, and I like the big shadows. Okay, so what's next? I can actually just have this as a window. Need to install some stuff. Right, I don't have it here. Actually, that was kind of... Let's see if I can actually... No, I can't really do it. I haven't really installed the VMware tools. I don't want to do that either because that used to be causing some issues in the past, so I don't want to do that. But if I do, I can easily just copy between the stuffs. Let's see if I can actually go into this. And let's see, well, I have it here actually. Let's see if I can. Problem is, if I actually plug this in, it will show up on the Linux. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, perfect. So I should be able to copy this over. This one, copy to USB stick, paste. And if I actually just do like this, disconnect this one, eject. And there we go, perfect. So files, cancel. Why? Why you do this? Come on, VMware. Okay, there we go. Okay, this one I want to copy that to over here. And dismount. Okay, so let's see, open this document, and I want to, let's see, Chrome, yeah, I installed that through Firefox, so just search for it, web browser Chrome, because I don't like Firefox, Chrome web browser, English United States, download Chrome, and I am on Fedora, so it's the RPM, not the deb. If you are on Ubuntu, you select the deb. So accept and install, open with software install, okie dokie, and install. And for some reason, I need to have the, or it used to be on Ubuntu file, at least, I need to have the web browser open while I'm installing this. Some weird reason, otherwise this installation will kind of error. But that is now installed, so now I have Chrome. Oh, I forgot that. Let's see if I can change that. Yeah. Oh. that one. Perfect. So now you have applications over there. So now you have Internet Chrome over there. Perfect. And add to favorites. So what's next? Spotify. I want Spotify. So copy this one and terminal, add to favorites, and it looks a bit different. And I don't really like the white here, so profile preferences. I will add this to 134. Colors, disable that. Text, I want it to be white. Select and paste. Okay, and now we should install it. And yes. Let's see how it works. And the kind of funny thing with Spotify is that on Linux it's only an English version of it, and my mother wanted it in Swedish. She knows how to speak English, she understands English, but and I actually asked Spotify if there's a Swedish language pack for Linux, and they said that no, we don't have a official support for Linux, but it works. Okay, VLC. So let's see if this actually works. Do it. Oops. So paste. Yes. And now I should install. Paste. Yes. So yeah, it seems to be working pretty good. Optionals, I don't know. Skype, I don't know. I don't use it that much. Java, that will be another project. Yes. I'm going to use actually Java later on if I run it on real time because I'm running Minecraft. It seems to be a little bit easier to install on Ubuntu actually. And this is actually the Oracle Java and not the Open Java, so to speak, or Open JDK. This is actually real Oracle stuff. Well, let's actually try this. So let's see, cd clear and paste. Yeah, okay. And then wget should be in one. scheme is missing. Okay. Okay, I will do that later on. It's a lot easier to install actually on. Let's see if actually that's version. Oh, it is installed. Oh crap! Yeah, it's the Open JDK. And I want the Oracle one. Well, let's do that later, but it seems to be working to install so far. And Chrome, let's see. Okie dokie. And I'm not going to log in right now because I don't want to show you my email address. So I'll do that later. Let's see, Spotify, add to favorites. Um, remember me, yes. And let's go to settings. And you see there's only one language pack. Spotify Premium, and yes, I want high quality. Publish, yeah, I can do that. Connect to last FM, yes. Show unavailable songs in playlist, no. Show announcement, new releases, no. Show that one, no, thank you. Desktop, no. Right, so yeah, Spotify is working. I got my playlists here. That's perfect. So yeah, that's the kind of basic setup that I do at least. So yeah, that's kind of the most important stuff. And when I do this on real hardware, I will actually install a bunch more, but that's a future project. So yeah, so I will try out Fedora for a while. So let's see what we got here. Accessories, document files, maps, graphics, simple scan. Firefox, Google Chrome, Office. You got the LibreOffice pre-installed. And here I got Spotify and VLC, system tools, utilities. So there's a difference on Ubuntu. You have a separate sort of software or application for checking for updates, but on here it's actually all the updates. If you want to check updates for Fedora, you just go to this tab and just run a refresh. And all the available updates are here. But yeah, kind of fun to learn new stuffs. And Fedora is also updated pretty frequent as well. I think it have the same kind of 6-month update thing just as Ubuntu. And this takes forever. Maybe because it's a virtual machine, I don't know. So yeah, I really like the GNOME. Oh, there are updates. Oh, 11 updates. So that's kind of a new thing with Fedora. Normally on Ubuntu you just install the updates and reboot. Here it will actually reboot and update. So yeah, so let's actually show you that. Restart and update. And you don't have to install any or type the password, it just installs everything. Okay. Well, anyway, so yeah, that's kind of Fedora. So let's get out of full screen. Let's see how that. Seems to be kind of stuck. Well, we'll see. So yeah, that's a video about that. So from now on, I will try out Fedora. So yeah, see you later.